as it'll be the Tennessee Titans taking on the New England Patriots. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That's a gain of 13 and a very solid opening play for this offense. Big article in the paper this morning talking about how they wanted to get chunk plays in the run game. Well, early on, there's a good one.
There isn't for guys on defense. They've got to remember the old adage. You've got to meet force with force, and if you don't, you get run over, as they did on that last play.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Working out of the gun here, Ward. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Robert Spillane. And the Patriots are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. So we see it right here on the opening drive. Throwing the football in these snowing conditions is going to be very, very tough. You wonder if they're going to rethink the aerial attack going forward.
It will be interesting, and it'll be a debate, because most of the quarterbacks that we know, they believe they can throw through anything. They don't care if it's rain, snow, it doesn't matter, as long as they get a chance to throw the football. And I think a lot of coaches think that in these conditions, let's throw it early before things get worse. I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
Off the play fake, here's May. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Jermaine Johnson credited with that sack. Impressive individual effort there. No one was going to stop him around the edge.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And that's why if you play in a 4-3 base and you're a defensive end, that's why you get the big bucks. They count on you to do everything. Defend the run and, of course, get to the quarterback.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the
under pressure, and down he goes. It's Jeffrey Simmons that time who got in to record the sack. They'll make that a 2nd sack here on their first drive out defensively, and not to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
But they're going to have to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling your quarterback maybe some screens, maybe some draws, hard count, use your voice inflection a little bit, anything to try and slow that pressure down.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on 1st down, and a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll throw with May. And that's going to be incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. At their own 20-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Remember last time out they threw the interception on their first drive. Good news, their defense backed him up, so it's still 0-0 here as they begin their second possession.
Yeah, one great way to judge a defense. How do they handle what we call sudden change? When all of a sudden, you know, it goes against their offense and have to run out the field and try and put out the fire. Give this one great kudos for getting out there and not letting that interception lead to points. Excellent job by them defensively.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
Well, that was his first target of the game, and it's going to take at least one more target to get him on the board. Took a nice substantial hit to jar that catch loose from him. Incomplete pass.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Well, they were setting up the screen, CD, a lot of free runners, and they got there late, and the penalty ensued.
Yeah, somehow it didn't get into their brains that it was a screen, right? Instead of pulling off and chasing the ball downfield, they kept going towards the quarterback and knocked him down way late. That draws the penalty flag each and every time.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll take us to the end of the first quarter. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Second quarter now, Titans in possession of the football. And as you can see, we knew it was cold enough for this, and now the snow has arrived. It started to fall. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. But backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. To throw, here's Ward. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Marcus Jones able to drop him for a loss of 2, and that will bring up 4th down. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance.
57-yard attempt.
And this is going to wind up left. Well struck, but it's no good. And this will remain a scoreless game.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
They'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4 on second down.
But they certainly got dented with that first down run. So now they've got to be back on their heels a little bit as a defense.
2nd and 6. Throwing here is May. That's complete to the former Titan Pro Bowler, A.J. Brown. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
On first down, it's Henderson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. May. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Intended
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big third down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Play action. May. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. They'll try and throw for it with May. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Patriots come up empty on 4th down. And that will force a turnover on downs. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
The defense thought they had that play covered, but it still got driven backward by those blockers. Those types of plays are a key part of any team's offensive game plan. It all starts up front in the trenches.
The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
3rd and 13.
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. Throwing is Ward. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked out by Christian Gonzalez. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. Well, it turns out it's not their offense who gets them on the board first, CD. It's the defense coming through right there with a pick 6.
And I know from experience throughout the week, when you go against the offense, you're challenging them all the time. You're letting them know, hey, don't worry about scoring this week. We'll take care of it. We'll get a few pick 6s and score ourselves. You're just kidding? But how about what he just did right there? Laid it out for the rest of the game. We scored. Hey, offense, can you keep up with us?
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And a pretty slick return there. Almost got it to the 45. Officially, they'll call him down at the 44.
Now, that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to attack.
And now full incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
Here's Ward. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Now the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Going for it, here's Ward.
Being chased out left.
The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And the Patriots defense is going to take over on downs. Well, it was too far for a field goal try. You don't really gain a whole lot out of a punt, so I don't think you have much of a problem with that, do you?
No, not at all. I think it's the right play, the exact right play, because even if you want to play defense and pin them deep, you know how hard it is for a punter to knock one dead inside the 10-yard line. That's not necessarily easily done. So I think going for it there was the right call.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. To throw, it's May. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
The good signal callers will never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
From the shotgun, May with it. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
Now, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down. They're going to try and throw. He's going deep for Brown. And it is caught at the 10-yard line. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. A.J. Brown as the first half is winding down. And the Patriots will extend their lead here just before halftime. And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect, and this remains a 13-0 game. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40.
First and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And with decent starting field position, there may be only a couple completions away from field goal range. Drops this underneath for Pollard. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. 2nd down and 3. Now Ward. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So here we go for half number 2. The Patriots with the lead, and they will be getting the football. Henderson now from his end zone. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll try to keep the tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
On the counter, it's Henderson. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. And they go play action with May. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down.
By Jeffrey Simmons.
Jeffrey Simmons able to drop in that time for his second sack of the evening. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the second time. DK to return. Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And it'll be Titan football. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try to get some points.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's second down.
Help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
And he's going to take this down close to the first as he's brought down at the Patriots' 42.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line. A gain of 9.
Trying to run forward with Pollard. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Pollard again. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Brought down at the 35-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
And they'll send the tight end in motion left. From the gun, here's Ward. To the left side, he's got Helm. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. So no gain on the play. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Throwing now, Ward. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Touchdown, Titans. Wan'Dale Robinson, 35 yards. And the Titans are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Joey Sly on for the extra point. And that'll make it 13-7.
That's the score. Patriots 13. Titans 7.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Henderson now from his end zone. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
First and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Still enjoying the lead here in the 3rd quarter, despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Ball on the 36 now. Here's a 2nd and 7. Here's May. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming third down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of the momentum the other side is starting to gain.
The offense on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. To the air, May. And that's incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. The Patriots come up empty on 4th down. And the Titans, they've got the football back, and they've got it in great field position. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And here's a give to Spears. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7. To throw is Ward. Flushed out right. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback, I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
At the 9-yard line.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
They come up on a 1st and goal, and most likely 4-down territory as they need a touchdown and the PAT for the lead. Ward. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. The sack sets him back a full 10 yards there on 1st and goal. Second down, goal to go. From the shotgun, it's Ward. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over at that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Harold Landry in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. Here we go. The noise deafening. 4th and goal. They'll try and throw for it with Ward. Oh, he had to force it there on 4th down, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And the Pats have just about sewn up this football game. Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. So they come up on second down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try to run for it with Henderson. And this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. The Patriots send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. So not only did they get the fumble recovery on the punt, but now look at this field position. He almost took it the distance.
Say hello to the Lord with my sincerest regards. Why the rising and tide of troubled waters we cross into the fire and frost when the desire is lost? Is it survivor's remorse that raised higher the course? During the year of the horse, I had so much to resolve, it hung me over. I was fearing the hair of the dog. They took my homie, I was there when they carried him off. When we buried him, we wrapped him in Nigerian cloth. They told a story about him having a malaria cough. They tried to say he had a and that was clearly a torch. I hold the fury so they fear me, but it nearly was washed. Expecting me to be forgiven like it really was squashed. But I have seen so much that I can never be hushed. I've been the bearer of a burden that is heavy as I'm pure legacy, incredibly I'll never be touched. It ain't nowhere to go from here but up. While we were all in denial, and seeing the murderer smile as he was brought in the trial. I watched the vulture circle the weight and the fall of a child, and canines devoured alive, the call of the wild. I couldn't accept the charge for the call of the void, or for progress destroyed over Darwin and Freud. Survival totally could depend on the toss of a coin or a pawn. Which organization allows you to join? I live on the borderline like a dishwater blind, or like Malcolm shooting up the head to the autobahn. I caught a vibe, I would have taken it as some sort of sign, or I'm more aligned, but I was running so short of time, and I have felt so much that I am numb to the touch. When their assumptions make it hard for me to function is rough, cause every something I ever wanted was once in my clutch. So ain't nowhere to go from here but up.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. Today we've got a fun AFC matchup on tap, as it'll be the LA Chargers taking on the Denver Broncos. And off we go from Denver. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Now that should give him a spark. He's across the 40 to the 43.
Well, as they say, if you drew it up, you couldn't have drawn it a whole lot better. That's exactly how you want to start the game. Excellent momentum off the opening kickoff.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped. But I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Another run here with Dobbins. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. 2nd and 5. Now they'll audible to something else.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Now it's Nix. And this is thrown to the sideline. No receiver in the area, though, and that's going to bring out a flag. Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that, Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
To throw is Nix. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one. Force the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. They're going. It's Nix. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 46. On the ground, this is Amari and Hampton. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Herbert off of play action. On the move to his left. That's complete. It's Ladd McConkey. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Charger first down.
But Charles, did it seem like to you that maybe they were a little worried about his running prowess there? Because everybody kind of froze when he got outside the pocket and they were able to throw it for the first down.
Absolutely, and you work all week getting ready for a game, and you know that the potential is there for him to run it, but you better take care of those receivers downfield. They can hurt you first.
12 more yards there and another first down.
The Chargers first down.
Play action. It's Herbert. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Nick Bonito in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Here's Herbert. Pass hauled in by Johnston. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And they're going to be staring at a third and long here. Facing some long odds here if they hope to convert, as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. I think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder.
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. And this will remain a scoreless game. Well, I was watching him in warm-ups, and he hit a 62-yarder that hit the crossbar and went over. This one a little bit inside of that, but not enough leg.
And the difference is what?
Well, your live conditions, right?
Live conditions, game conditions are a whole lot different than practice, where you just pop it up there.
Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Deion Henley in there to bring him down. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football. Working out of the gun is Nix, as they've got it facing a second and long situation. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up third and 13.
Third down and 13. Throwing Nix. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And the Broncos first down. First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
To throw, here's Nix. Escaping the pressure right. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end.
15 more yards. That's another Broncos first down.
Nix to the air. He'll swing this out to Harvey. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And it's second down. And now an audible here into something else. Here's Nix.
At the Chargers 21.
On the slant, completes to Sutton. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. From the 8, they've got it first and goal. Operating from the gun, here's Nix. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, second and goal.
A 6-yard pickup brings up second and goal at the 2-yard line.
Harvey trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1. They're knocking on the door as they come to the line here on third and goal from the 1. And he will not be able
through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. They'll go for it. Here's Nix. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. They throw for it on 4th and goal at the 1. And the Chargers hold tight down near the goal line. The Charger drive about to get going. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes.
And he is not going to get away. The rush was too strong, and this is going to wind up a safety. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And now, how about this? The free kick from the 20 going to be out of bounds. And that, of course, is a penalty. On first down, he'll drop to throw. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Denver has a first down on a 15-yard play.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Nix once more. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The offense stays put. They failed twice already in this first half, but they're going to go a 3rd time here on 4th down. Looking to throw. Nix. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Herbert going to give to Hampton. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger first down.
First down, Chargers.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hampton. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And it'll be 2nd down.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling. Held it to an okay game.
Chargers going to use their third and final timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Quentin Johnston from 21 yards away. And the Chargers will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And the lead is up to 5.
Chargers 7, Broncos 2.
So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Nix.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
And the Broncos first down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
This quarterback now just 7 of 15 so far, but he's got a 1st and 10.
Nix from the shotgun.
And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. Flush to his right. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the 3rd quarter. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going.
They'll start it out with a run by Hampton.
And he'll power his way up near the 25. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself,
How do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Open man right side, that's McConkey. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big play there on the catch and run. 30 yards.
This is what made the West Coast offense a staple around the NFL in the 80s and 90s. You don't have to push the ball deep downfield to come up with big plays, and there's an example of that right there.
On first down, hits Hampton. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
So from the 37, here's second and a yard. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Back to throw here, Herbert. That's caught. Haronde Gadsden. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Now it's Herbert. Eluding the pressure right. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to bring up second down. On the give, this is Hampton. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Lad McConkey from 10 yards out. And the Chargers take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point try now from Dicker. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead.
Makes the score Chargers 14, Broncos 2.
Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a two-score game.
Well, you're right about that. It was a small magical sprint to overcome. A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
First and 10 at the
Before they can snap it,
43-yard line.
time runs out on this third quarter of play. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Now it's Nix. He'll find Sutton on the right side, complete. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
First down. First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
To throw is Nix. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
And there wasn't much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. But at least he was able to pick up a solid gain to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
Throwing Nix.
He's got it. Touchdown Broncos. From 21 yards away. And the Broncos have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth.
So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the fourth.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Lutz good on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter.
To kick off for the Broncos.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here first and 10.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
49 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
And what a tough spot for this defense because they know it's coming, but they're just powerless to stop it. What a great run there to start the drive. And you can bet there'll be more where that came from as they try to ice this game away.
Back to Hampton on first down. And he's got a first down as he's going to be taken down. But a very nice pickup there just in front of the 2-minute warning.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the fourth. Hard to believe.
Really hard to believe, and now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it?
Yep.
They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. First and 10 here.
Oh, no, he lost the football.
And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself. The fumble on first down. Now here's second down.
Operating from the gun, Scott. And incomplete here, so a little razzle-dazzle on that one, but they couldn't hook up, and it's third down.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Operating from the gun, Scott. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Nothing open downfield. He had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
Here's J.K. Scott now in punt formation, but as we've seen, that's no guarantee he'll punt the football.
A good work bringing that one back as he picks up about 16 on the return.
And the Broncos take over, first down and 10.
They'll come up first and 10 here.
He's back to throw.
He's got it complete to Waddle. Room here to run. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They got to go thank the guys on D.
And now they'll shift things around.
Back to throw.
He'll swing this out to Dobbins.
Which are some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
Here comes second down at 5.
They'll look to throw. He completes this to Sutton. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Final minute, one timeout remaining. First and 10.
He'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Franklin. Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
First and goal at the 4-yard line.
Now first and goal.
Back to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Harvey.
Partner, you got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Defensively now, one more play to stop. What are they looking for?
You want to take away their number one running option that you've scouted and take away their number one receiver and see if someone else can beat you.
They'll try and throw. Here's Nix. This ball intercepted. And the Chargers are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game. But Charles, a heartbreaking way to lose this game. They got into position for that final play, had a decent look toward the end zone, but ultimately picked off, and that's your ball game.
Yeah, they gave themselves a great opportunity, didn't they? They'll replay that snap over and over. But sometimes you just have to give credit to the other side. Defense stood up in the final moment and came through with the interception.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon, everyone, as we say so long from Denver.